Undoubtedly the one Netflix Christmas film that I had any hope for this year. Not that it would be good, that's not realistic. Just that it would be fun bad.
I've got an idea.
No.
Bruce!
It's now or never, Nick. You know, I really thought that'd be more structurally sound.
We should have gone with my idea.
So, looks like Connor Swindells is the member of the sex education cast that signed one of those contracts where you're, signing your soul away to Netflix. Doesn't matter. And Olivia Holt is also here and just down to clown for Christmas, I guess. The good news is this is mostly British, which means we get to celebrate Christmas the proper way, calling sexually depraved repeat offenders and Americans equally bad. Jingle Bell Heist stars Connor Swindells and Olivia Holt as a couple of poor hourly workers who decide to rob the safe of a rich douche department store owner on Christmas Eve. Jesus Christ, what is Kevin McAllister going to come stop them? That is literally the plot. It doesn't matter. That is the state of society where we have gone full circle from, oh yeah, they're robbing the department store on Christmas Eve. They're the villains to, nope, and they're the good guys. Yep, that's something, yeah, just because all rich people automatically evil. I mean, this guy is actually, but it doesn't matter. Especially, he's got to be evil if it's Peter Serafinowicz playing any Peter Serafinowicz role. And he does play this guy so evil that he's basically worse than Darth Maul. So, previous offender Nick has been to jail for robbing this store once before, but now he's got Olivia who works there to help him out. She's a thrifty pickpocket who has the ability to break into safes because she had a magician grandfather. I hate when, films are this is why... Wait, so you learned how to, actually unlock, complicated safes when you were, 6? And you've just always had this skill and kept it up and can still do the most modern one? Anyway, he's a great hacker because that's just all young people are. And, in films... And they've decided to bring this bad guy down together because he is just the worst. And of course they've got their own sad backstories. He's got this kid and his ex is going to take his kid away if he doesn't find some money soon. And she's got sick cancer mom hospital, cancer sick mom hospital, hospital sick mom cancer. That's it. That's her backstory. And so they're not actually bad people despite doing crime. That's, yep. The problem is that they kind of introduce those sad backstories so that you excuse these characters and can cheer for them and like them throughout the film. And then they're earnest to a fault because as much as this, I went in going, oh, heist, rom-com, no problem. If it does all three of those things well, it's probably going to be pretty good. And it actually has twists that you don't expect. And works pretty well as a heist film without feeling like too much of a traditional basic heist film. So that was impressive. It did the heist elements pretty well. And these two, I don't have any problem with either of these two. I don't especially like either of them, but their chemistry was fine. So actually the rom, yes, okay. It's not funny. Yeah, that's the thing. These two are both fine actors. I have no particular huge love for either, but no hate for either of them, and their pairing works pretty well in terms of chemistry. I actually enjoyed the story. I mean, it does manage to kind of, without being too much of a heist movie, all of the hallmarks of it, it kind of actually does do, a lot of twists and turns that you just did not see coming. And sometimes it's throwing them in just to, throw you off, and be like, oh, you didn't see that coming, and I didn't. There's no... But looking back on it, there were kind of ways to see it coming. So it is actually, the writing of the heist elements and the story in general of it is pretty good. It's not funny. It's just not. Part of it is that they spend a lot of time with her mother in the hospital. That's not funny. That's not fun. And it is a good, earnest heist film. The heist is actually what it does best here. I expected that to be just kind of a throwaway side piece of their burgeoning romance. But actually the romance takes a side seat, and you know what? Fine. It does it well enough. I do think that I kind of expected, if it did all three of those things really well, that this could be one of the best Netflix Christmas films ever. And it did well enough that I could probably call it the likely best Netflix Christmas film of this year, but that is a really low bar. I do think Netflix and Hallmark and everybody are so focused on finding a single person with enough name brand value to sell a Christmas movie that they usually cast people in their mid-40s and kind of completely alienate the younger generation from a lot of these Christmas movies they release. And it's sad, but I wanted to bring it up. I feel like there's so much of this slop taking precedence around the holiday time every year now. Just so many films being released, so many whatever Christmas films being chucked out, that The Holdovers is probably the only film that's been released this entire decade, 5 years in, which has a chance of remaining like an actual Christmas classic one day. all of this other crap is just exactly that, yeah. And it makes me sad, but overall this film, yeah, fine. No real problem with it. Not going to feel the need to rewatch it in future years, I don't think. If it had actually brought the comedy, like, at all, and it doesn't even really feel like it's trying to most of the time, then maybe there was something here, but it's just a bit drab. It doesn't break the very low ceiling I have for expectations for Netflix's releases this time of year. So I'm giving they could have at least gone down the chimney or something, like, 2.5 stars. Just despite being set at Christmas and it's Christmas Eve and they like have costumes on at different times and they go to the Santa parade thing, like, it is a Christmas film, but it really doesn't feel like they're trying to like inject anything, I don't know, like that Christmassy about it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Subscribe.